think we're live. Are we live? Are we live? Can you guys see me? Just want to make sure that we have anyone who's coming live to come in. I want to say whether you're coming in live for this ritual tonight or you're watching it later, like maybe at the full moon on that officially hits its peak Tuesday. Welcome. Welcome to your Libra Full Supermoon Ritual tonight. We're doing it all online. We're doing it right by our bodies and our boundaries around us, but we are still coming together. We're social online, and so although we can't be physically together, we can be here online and still connect. So we don't want to, like, I'm such an introvert that I can totally go in just be in hermit mode and love it and probably be too introverted. I could go that way, but we also need to connect. We need that. We are a part of this universe and we're an important part of it, each one of us. So we need to be able to feel that connection, share our soul's mission, all that. Hi Nancy, good to see you. I'll be seeing you soon. So even though we can't be together physically, let's come together online and let's celebrate this. So as I mentioned, the full moon is Tuesday, but we are here Friday because I know that that's the perfect time for many of you to meet. So what you can do is celebrate tonight, have a beautiful meditation, or take this as the recording. After this, it will be also available on my YouTube channel, so you'll be able to view there. But you can, again, participate in this ritual on Tuesday sometime if you have the time, because it's so powerful to be in this container. So, and as a reminder, like my rituals, my meditations, my classes that I'm offering, whether they're recorded or not, they're held in this really beautiful container. So we are here in this beautiful container, time outside of time, space outside of space, so that you can enjoy it in your own right divine timing when you're able to watch. So maybe you do watch it tonight, but it's in a couple of hours. You had a hectic day, you had to go to work, you're one of the people on the front line. So you just come by and you enjoy this ritual later. It's still going to be powerful and beautiful for you. We're all coming together, and the power of us coming together online is like in a synergistic effect. We're going to really enhance the energy and magnify it. It's already magnified because of the full moon, and then when we come together, it magnifies as our own beautiful collective here and now. So I'm so happy for all who can come now and watch live, and all who can come in the future. And there's been plenty of rituals that I've watched later, like even years later, and still enjoy, and the energy is powerful. So we are here for our Libra full moon / supermoon ritual. The full moon itself magnifies the energy of what is going on in our life and within us and what our intentions are. The super moon means that it's going to be even more intense, and you really have to watch what you're saying, feeling, being, and we have to anyway, because what we are, and this is like some of the fun information that we go over like in my classes, what I was just talking to my students with this week, is like what we are now is what we are manifesting. You're manifesting your tomorrows now. So you are right now manifesting what is to come. And it'll come in its right divine timing for you. It could be in a few days. It could happen almost instantly, depending on where you are on your path, but it will come. So we are here to remind everyone. Oh, right. So the other reason why it's online tonight is usually on the full moon, I'll do a sacred sound journey over at the Woods Yoga. And it's an amazing energy there. But again, because we can't come in person, I'm offering this free online so that everyone can enjoy. I do have a couple of bowls with me, not all of them, because I don't want it to get too intense and for you not to hear me. I have a version of a beautiful meditation with my bowls at their full intensity at a lower volume, with a journey. You get to go out into the cosmos, meet your Tawat being of light, and go to the tree of life, all that good stuff. Or I have them just as the bowls where you can listen to it separately. Both are on my YouTube channel, so you can enjoy that. And maybe you turn it on and you go to sleep tonight and you just want the one that's just the bowls, you can just listen to that. It's about, I think it's at like 54 minutes, adds up to 9. There's magic in numbers, right? So what numbers are you seeing, right? Divine synchronicity is happening now. Something that I had read this week is the number 19 in an angel number format means beginnings, new beginnings and endings. And for me, that really also brings in the frequency, the energy truly of 13. So 13 is a transformational number. There are 13 moons in a year. Our womanly cycles happen with those 13 moons, right? Like along that line. Our menses, as they like to call them, right? And we, if you're a woman, and and we used to have the zodiac signs used to be 13. Now they're 12. So we shifted the timeline in that way. For whatever reason, but 13 is the divine goddess number. Friday the 13th, the number 13th, I was born on the 13th in April, so yeah, kind of sucks. We're gonna have our birthdays, me and my daughter, hers is April 12th, mine's the 13th. We're having our birthdays in quarantine, so we'll hopefully have some good plans when we're out of quarantine, and the weather will be a little nicer. So far here in in New England, they're calling for, and who knows, it changes every day. They're calling for kind of like overcast on that day, but we'll see. Either way, right now, everyone needs to breathe, especially if you're in that energy, in that mode of anxiety and stress and or the depression, the blahness that can encroach us, especially when we're quarantined like this. It will happen way less if you get your ass outside and go enjoy some sunshine or some nature if it's not sunny. Enjoy the fresh air. So go outside, enjoy being outside, because that's truly the magic. We are connected to nature, nature's connected to us. And it was something that I was just listening to with Abraham Hicks today, that even now, after just a little bit of self-quarantine, a little quarantine around the world, we're already starting to experience cleaner waters. Things are happening that we didn't think were possible because everyone's just forced to shut down for a little while. Many of us, not all of us. Like I have 3 of my siblings are on the front lines. One's a nurse, one's an anesthesiologist, and one's working over at the VA hospital in Arizona. So they're on the front lines, and we have many people on the front lines, from the nurses and doctors to the firemen, the policemen, to the grocery store clerks that we need so much, and to the people trucking across the country to give us what we need with food and all that. So we thank all of them, send them extra love and light, right? But we all need to be reminded, because many of us and many of you who are watching, if not all of you who are watching this, are empaths on some level, in a powerful way or even minor level, or just in a way where you're not even realizing. You take on other people's shit. We do it every day, all day long, and 95% of our anxiety is not our own stuff. And we need to let that shit go. We need to say, okay, that's not mine. Letting it go. That's not mine. Letting it go. The perfect practice that I do every night is I visualize a beautiful bubble, and I call on Archangel Michael for this. He's the protector angel, right? And I visualize a beautiful golden egg shield around me. And I set that egg shield with an intention, because if I don't, I block out everything, and I've done it. It's long story short. It can work that way if you don't set an intention with your bubble. But I call on Archangel Michael, and I ask that this golden bubble, as I go to sleep, right, this golden bubble allows only positive love and light to flow in, only positive love and light to flow out, and all the rest is allowed out down into the earth for transmutation into pure light. And the earth will take that energy and transmute it into pure light, sending it to where it needs to go on the planet. So then I will say, any energy I'm holding on to that's not mine, please send it back to its source with love now. And it goes back to where it came from. And perhaps maybe a little bit transmuted, right? Because there's a reason why we're taking it on. We think we can help. But we send it all back. It's not ours. We only have to deal with what we came into this life for. And part of that is just in the sharing and the working with each other. And then after you sent back all that crap to its source, right? Good, bad, whatever it is, it's not yours, send it back. Then I say I call all of my energy back into me now, passing through the golden egg shield of transmutation, so it comes back to me as pure light, pure uplifting, high vibrational light energy, right? Because maybe it left and it was icky. We don't want to call back the icky stuff, so we want to transmute it. We can start that work. And just with our intention is powerful. We are the conduit for the energy, and we are our own magical wands. We bring that energy in and we send it out. So we have to just watch what we're thinking, what we're feeling in every moment as much as we can. We need our veg time, but we have to be diligent with our thoughts, with our energy, what we're feeling. And if we're feeling something that's dragging our energy down, what do we need to do? We need to shift our thoughts, shift our energy somehow, some way. And there's so many ways to shift your energy. And here we go with my Bali bell. And sound is a beautiful way of breaking up the energy around you. The frequencies start to like break up the ick and stuff. So that's another reason why shamans will use a rattle, a little breaking up of that energy. And you just sweep your aura, get it around. If you have a rattle, you don't even need a rattle if you don't have it. This will truly clear the energy in your field. Snaps will clear the energy too. So work with that, work with your angels, and do all the methods that work for you to clear the energy. Sound is like the most powerful cleansing of your energy, like in its most immediate form, right? We listen to music, it uplifts us or it drags us down, the music itself. So pay attention to music, make sure it's high in vibration, particularly go to ones that have solfeggio frequencies, because those are powerful and they're going to shift your DNA, restructure you, bring calm to you depending on what the frequency is. So good. So like, I don't want to inundate you with a lot of stuff, but this is stuff that we need to do. Right now we're on the front lines as energy workers, energy healers, light workers, all of us doing all of that, crystal healers. We're on the front lines to be pillars of light. Bring the energy in from the sun, bring it into you, and then send it down into the earth. I sent a channeling out last week that Hecate came in. She's the gatekeeper for the veil, the thresholds. She's often seen during Samhain, shadow times, but she also comes in because she's not just the gatekeeper for the underworld, she's the gatekeeper for the upper. So she comes in, I feel very close to the energy, the frequency of Hecate. And you can decide if you resonate with that or with the message, the frequency of what she's bringing in, because she is just yet another one, just like we are. She's another frequency that came in of the divine light source, right? So go straight to source or come in and listen to the different frequencies that come to you, the angels, all beautiful. And I shared that divine message. Read that again. I just shared it again today. If you're on my email list, you would have received that in my newsletter form with my class list and just like saying, hi, what's new? So you can go on my website, maggiesbliss.com, and go click or tap the tab that says divine messages or divine cosmic messages, and then it will be the most recent one. And then I posted it on my Facebook page, the one you're listening to me now with, or you can, when you come to YouTube, I'll have my links in the YouTube. When within 24 hours of this recording, I'll pray that I can get this up on YouTube. So what I've been dealing with in my life, just to share, is like, I am a graphic designer by day, and this is my passion. This and sharing and being with you guys and teaching and offering energy healings, offering channeled readings. I have a ton of online classes that you can sign up for now because we're quarantined, and you can do them online. I have all 9 Moon Age key rides ready to go for you. You'll receive the energetic transmissions for them. I have I think it's like 9 or so, maybe even 11 different crystal healing workshops to find out different, and you can go to like the tab on my website, maggiesbliss.com, magical classes has all of them listed, but I'll post the links to again here, like in this post, just so you have it. If it interests you, go there. If your soul is something in your heart and your soul is saying, oh my God, I have to go there. If you're getting chills, it's a sign that says maybe there's something there for me, one thing or many things, who knows. So check it out and see what's calling you, and then let me know. Many things online. I also have an entire online yoga teacher training available for those people who want to move. Moving your body moves energy. We want to move our body. We want to break up and heal and raise our frequency with sound, meditation, walk out in nature, get outside every single freaking day, even if it's only for 5 minutes, even if it's in the rain. I do my daily walks. I share it on my personal Facebook page, some of the pictures and the fun things that I see. So maybe you've seen that. You've probably seen a lot of cat posts if you've been on my personal Facebook page. I try to not inundate my business, Maggie's Bliss page, as much as I'm just obsessed with cats. I'm sorry. That's what is bittersweet for this quarantine for me is my kitty Coco. I've had her for almost 13 years now. She has lost the feeling and the ability to move her hind legs and tail. So now, and she's lost a little bit of weight. There's a lot going on with my kitty Coco now, but right now I'm able to just spend more time with her because we're just working remote, and so we're home more, and I'm able to just hang out with her. So I'm grateful for however long I have her. Maybe I have her for another few years. I really don't know. It could be only a few weeks. It's really hard to tell, but I'm doing the best I can. We've got puppy pads around. The diapers have helped. I know I have kitty diapers. It's so silly, but she has her like every other day. It's at least a bath, if not every day, because she can't, do her thing in the box anymore. She can't get to it, and she can't, she doesn't know when she's going to go. It just happens. So that's what I'm dealing with in quarantine. We have kitty Coco, we have our Topanga doggy, who may end up barking during this live, maybe not, but I just wanted you to know. So like, I'm still wicked busy. I'm doing my day job, and I'm also offering as much as I can all of my online content. I'm offering my Mystic Soul classes every week. We meet for Mystic Soul. You can sign up anytime. The previous 2 months we've done so far are all recorded. We started our first class yesterday, and that one's recorded. So whenever you sign up, you'll have previous content if you so choose. This month of April, I'm offering Mystic Soul at $22. We're doing 4 different classes, several hours of content for you at $22. That's like, I wanted to make it as easy as possible for everyone to sign up now, especially, and just go and do the thing that they are drawn to do. So that's an offering. I'm also still offering I have an in-person yoga teacher training happening right now, which is interesting because we had to go online. So we did meet for a few classes, and now we're doing our online, our yoga teacher training online. I do have the online yoga teacher training version out there already, but now we're meeting live and still, staying connected. So we're staying connected in my private yoga teacher training group for that. So the online stuff's still happening. And again, as you know, you're here now, I'm offering a free ritual tonight for our Libra Full Moon, and to just connect with you guys. So we have to remember that this that's happening is perfectly divine. It's happening for a reason, and we're meant to connect to it and allow what is happening to occur, and be smart with our hygiene, of course, and know that those people that we've had to let go of, the people who have suffered from this virus and are now on the other side, and whether it's from this virus or some other reason, they were here and they decided this was their lifespan and this is when they want to go. Everyone who goes, that is their time. So we send them love and we grieve, and then we must move on and still share in this world our light until we can meet again. So everything is perfectly divinely timed. And something else I just heard on Kalina Melnars, I don't know if you guys watch her, she does some awesome light codes and stuff. She had said that her daughter's still working in the stores, and they were all sold out of condoms and stuff that helps you prevent. So we're gonna have a little baby boom in about 9 months or so.
But that was interesting. I mean, we keep hearing about TP being sold out, and now I've heard that, guess what? Some other stuff is sold out too. So, it's about shining our light now, even more so. So let's connect and let's do some of that. Back to our ritual and what's happening tonight, which will assist in the collective, right? I want to make sure I say everything. Often I have so much to say, I end up not saying everything. From the minute I did my morning meditation to now, I've been feeling an influx of energy. So I know that that's flowing through me, and I know that that's being channeled through the phones, through the computers, wherever you're watching. Those fields exist, and you're receiving the energy of it. So, which reminds me, get your shungite. This is a shungite piece. They sell it with the triangle facing down and one that's facing up. Facing up is the masculine, facing down is the feminine, so I got the facing down one. And my hubby has the facing up one, but you get the one that you resonate with the most. Or you can get some other shape or whatever. Get your shungite, put it on, wear it all the time. We're remote now, so we're also like we're with our phones more, the 5Gs out there, and our computers and whatever, so like that's happening more. And then just our TVs, the electric box, have some shungite pyramids, or just the stone form, whatever. I have a pyramid of shungite in front of our TV upstairs. I have a pyramid in front of our electrical box here. I have shungite here. They also make it in circular form with a sticker on the back so you can put it on your phone. Shungite is going to filter out the ickiness from those EMF fields that are coming your way. It filters all of that stuff out, and it is scientifically proven to filter your water. So put it in your water. It lines a basin in Russia, and it's said to be the purest water on the planet. And guess what? We're made of water. So we're going to purify ourselves with shungite. One of many ways to do there and get there. And then, yes, drink tons and tons and tons of water to detox. After meditation, after rituals, sound journeys, Reiki healings, like all those, you want to drink extra water. What we're doing tonight, drink extra water. The toxins are coming up for release, and we want to let it go. If you're an empath, you were feeling the influx of coronavirus coming on, this particular one, and all the stuff that's coming in. From that, the worry that everyone's coming into, there's a spectrum of the worry field. We live in a polarity, right, universe. So some people are down here saying, whatever, and some people are over here and they're so anxious, so worried, they can't sleep, they're jittery, they keep watching the news. It's too much. You need to find balance between the two. Like, still honor that its presence is here, and don't go into fear. Fear, false evidence appearing real, right? We can't get out there. We need to monitor our energy, because the energy within us is going to help create that reality. And we want to create a reality of peace, upliftment, joy, and balance. And we need to monitor how long we're on the news. I was mentioning it all this week. Watching the news is going to drag your energy down. Watch what you need to real quick for the daily update, just to know what's happening in your area, what you need to know, kids still out of school, etc., etc. But then turn it off and get outside. Smudge yourself after watching the news, and you feel your energy going into blah mode, depression mode, anxiety mode. You need to uplift your energy. Get orange essential oil. That will really help you bring you back to joy. There are other essential oils, of course, that you can bring in. When you're in anxious mode, get lavender, peaceful scents. I have a blend called CTFO from Sage Goddess. There's no label on it, but that just means chill the fuck out. And I know lavender's in there. I think it's lemongrass that's in here. But it's so soothing and so good. So when you're anointing yourself for our ritual tonight, you want it on your wrists for what you do, third eye for what you know, ankles for where you go. And that taps into the main gateways where you send and receive the most energy. And all your meridian lines in your body will be ignited and fueled with that. The frequency, the vibration of the oils that you're going to be using. So anoint yourself now if you like. Let's do a light opening with my selenite wand of our circle tonight, so we can have a little tighter container as we just finish our quick chat and then get to our meditation.
because to me, meditation is the climax of any ritual. So let's get to it. It's my favorite part. So what we want to do, the extra breathing is a lot of energy coming through, and it's just coming your way. Sometimes I shake. You might find that in the middle of the meditation. If you open your eyes and you see me shaking, it's just a lot of energy that just comes in, and it's coming in for release too. So, and it's just mentioning it comes in more. Okay. Breath is powerful. We use breath to release and to uplift us. We just went into the element of air in my Mystic Soul course, and we just went through a ton of different yogic breathing techniques in my online YTT. So we got a little high this week on our breath. You don't need ayahuasca if you have your breath, which we all do. You can, with intention, still get yourself high and out there in those high vibrations with doing different types of breathing techniques, like holotropic breathing, where you breathe in, exhale out. And without pausing at the top of your breath or the bottom of your breath. You will feel tingles in your hand. You may, if you do it for like an hour and a half, you'll start to get where you can't move your hand. They call it lobster claw hand, but it is, and it's normal, it's totally fine. Maybe we'll do that tonight. We'll see. I started tonight saying, I don't know what's going to happen for our ritual. Last night I had a plan, and then right in the middle of it, they changed the plan on me. So tonight I kind of have a plan now right before, but we'll see what happens as we get into our meditation tonight. Burning white sage is, oh my God, do it now. If you have it, do it. Breathe it in. We want... White sage is antibacterial, antimicrobial, cleanses the air, the particles in the air, that stagnant air. And I'm just sending a virtual smudge your way with my little pretty smudge fan I love. It will cleanse and purify the negative lower frequencies and vibrations in your home as well. So, and get the corners, especially those corners in your home, because that's where stagnant air will sit. You'll find that if you have animals like kitties and doggies, especially kitties, will go to those corners in those areas where maybe you haven't gone in a while, because the energy culminated and built in those corners. So they break up the energy, all that goodness. Maybe that's one of many reasons why I love cats. Little obsession there. So get your sage. I also have here with me Palo Santo, so I'm going to burn that, because that too is you know what, it's still lit with good reason, right? Get it in your hands, have it go through your hands, where you send and receive a lot of energy. Smudge your phone, smudge your computer, get it behind you, get it around your feet, get it all over. And I love to do the upper, the lower, and the inner worlds as I finish. Maybe that's what I had to finish with, right? So I wanted to then smudge you guys with Palo Santo. It has a different scent, so maybe you're allergic to sage or black sage. Black sage it grows with white sage. It's also known as mugwort or the witch's herb. And that just is the same, and it brings extra protection, psychic protection. This Palo Santo will call in sweet spirits, the ancient ones, the luminous ones, the luminaries. They all use this in times past, and the scent of it just calls to them. And we bring in, feel that. So good. Palo Santo is like my go-to number one that I love is white sage. Other people, it's Palo Santo. So you decide. I do both, especially right before you feel like you have a cold coming on. Breathe that stuff in. Spearmint is another one that came up this week to use. Spearmint is just as powerfully clearing as white sage is to your area, to the energy, and removes those negative lower frequencies, vibrations, spiritual energies and stuff. But it will enliven and awaken your energies too. That's why in the morning you brush your teeth and all of a sudden you're more awake. So do that. You feel like you're getting blah mode, brush your teeth and then get some of this smudging going. But so Palo Santo is also antibacterial,
antibacterial, antimicrobial, and it will cleanse and clear your space, calls in those sweet spirits. So we did our bell, we did our sage. We are going to anoint with something that you're called to use. I mentioned CTFO, or you can bring in like orange for upliftment or something calming. If you're in too much anxiety, bring the calming ones in. I also, as I always have, Opoponex. The one that I love the most is the one that Sage Goddess had for sale. They've been sold out for like 2 years, I think. But it will stay really, really good for a long time because it's pure essential oil. It's very resinous, and Opoponex is psychically protective as well as psychically opening. It's an aphrodisiac, and it's I just love it. But be careful. You can put a carry oil on your skin first if you're pouring new essential oil on you that you don't know if you're allergic to. For me, it irritates my right wrist, not my left, and my neck, which I put on yesterday, and I was scratching my neck a lot yesterday. But you decide. It's one of my favorites, so try that. White sage, should I use for anxious? Maria says yes. Oh yeah, use it. For me, white sage brings me back, brings me home. It's a beautiful one to calm me because it clears the air. It clears everything. It's very clearing. That's what you're doing with white sage. First and foremost is you're clearing all the crap and the energy so that you can like reset, come back to center. So yes, I would say that's a good start. And then there's lavender. You can burn it. I actually have a lavender and white sage bundle together that I got on Amazon, and it's such a beautiful scent. It's so beautiful, and lavender is calming to you. And blue lotus popping in my head, so get some blue lotus. I have it in essential oil form and herb form. You can burn it, you can drink it in tea, and then you can also place it on your wrists, ankles, and third eye, and any other place that you feel drawn to put on your body to anoint yourself and feel the calming effects. Blue lotus is so calming for the central nervous system, so get you some of that. There are rose essential oils. There's something called Magica Rosa on sagegoddess.com. I'm not making any money by telling you this. I just love it. I love her. So feel free to go there and see if they have any available. I love it. I still have some left, but I don't know that they sell out of it real fast because it's several different essential oils of rose. So several different rose essential oils, and it has all like the entire rose from the petal to the stem, the leaf, everything in it. And it smells unique. It's not as floral as you would think it would smell. I'm not too much into the floral. So for me it balances out a little bit more masculine scent, and I like it. But people with PTSD have loved it. So if you can't get that, maybe you get some sort of rose form. If you're allergic, my sister's allergic to rose, so she can't get it. So maybe you do get blue chamomile is beautiful, blue lotus, blue yarrow are good blends to have together. Jojoba oil is a good carrier oil for your skin. If you're doing a blend, it's the one that won't taint your scent. Like if you want it to smell a certain way, that's the one carrier oil that won't change the scent of it. But you put it a little on your skin, then the oil, and then you should be safer than if you just did straight on your skin, right? So we like our carrier oils for that reason. Jojoba oil also has the longest shelf life of all of them, so that's a good one to have. What type of sage for the full moon on the 7th? So yeah, we're doing our Libra full moon ritual tonight that will hold the container for that energy that's happening on Tuesday, and then of course you can replay. Use that white sage for the full moon, and Libra we're in Aries energy with the sun, and then we are heading into our Libra full moon on Tuesday. The super full moon's going to magnify everything, right? So we want to find some sort of balance with that, because the Aries sun, I'm an Aries and I have a lot of Aries in powerful places in my chart.
So for me, Aries, it's fiery energy, it's active energy, it's going to get you up and go, go, go. And we're in springtime, so everything's blossoming and we want that go, go, go. We want to get out there and do the things. And that's it's helping with the sun for that reason. So it's like we're being called now to do the thing. Do the thing that you are meant to do, and start planting your seeds if you haven't already, physically and then within yourself. Because if you're quarantined, what can you focus on right now if you're unable to work? What can you focus on that brings your passion to light, brings your passion out? Do that. So the things that you would do that you would do anyway if you weren't getting paid. So the Libra energy, so if you have Libra as a sun sign, it's extra strong. It's your life path. Now, so let's talk astrology real fast, right? We want the most trifecta of astrology, some of the more powerful ones to keep in mind if you're like just diving in. It's a rabbit hole. But think about your sun sign, think about your moon sign, think about your rising sign. Sun sign is your divine masculine energy. It's the active, it's your life path. It's what most people are focusing on when they think astrology. But then we have our moon sign, which is your shadow. It's divine feminine energy. It's the thing beneath the surface that our deepest desires are held in. So we need to figure out what is your sun and your moon. Go to astro.com. That will help you figure out your chart if you haven't already. And then your rising sign. Your rising sign is your mask to the world. What people will see first, before they see your sun sign that comes out either when they get to know you more, either in 15 minutes or a few hours or a few days, however long it takes. So your rising sign is also how you rise to the occasion for things. So for me, I'm Aries sun, Taurus moon, Libra rising. So I really feel the energy of that Libra energy. So Libra for us is going to bring in the extra energy in a powerful way because it's a super full moon, right? By Tuesday, we're starting to feel it because for me and everyone, like you feel the waxing moon and it hits its peak on Tuesday, but we're feeling it now. And especially on Monday, especially Tuesday at its peak, and Wednesday when it starts to wane, you're still feeling pretty much the fullest effects of that full moon. You can place your crystals outside or on the windowsill to be charged under that full moon. That'll be amazing and powerful. So it's going to magnify what you're thinking and feeling and being, and it's going to magnify what you want to intend. And for Libra, the energy we're feeling is trying to find balance, right? And we need to find balance in these weird, wonky times right now. The world is going through this. It's not just one country or one, small space of small collective. It's the entire collective of the planet. We're all going through this, and we all need to find some sort of balance with that. So what perfect time for Libra full moon. I also know that we're having some sort of conjunct Venus Pleiades thing going on, so how cool is that? The Pleiades are the 7 stars and 7 sisters, and the Pleiadians come in to help us and assist us on our path, mostly with that heart energy, that unconditional love energy. What should I sage? My crystal. Oh, should you sage your crystals before the full moon? Sure, because although you can if you want. So it's just different options, right? You can have your crystals be cleansed and cleared with Himalayan salt lamps. You can have them cleansed and cleared under the sun. Guess what cleanses and clears and gets rid of the coronavirus? 3 hours in the sun. Can you believe that? The COVID-19 goes away if you're out in the sun for 3 hours. So they're finding that it lingers on clothes. Go out in the freaking sun. 3 hours. Have them hanging on your laundry thing outside if you have one, or just put it on the deck or just outside on your steps. Like if you have nothing else, right? But the sun is powerful. I worship the sun as much as I worship the moon. So I love them both so much. So yes, the full moon. Place your crystals under the full moon to cleanse and clear them. And with your intention, you can have it charge them up. Just same with energy healing. If you're attuned to Reiki, you can send energy to your stones to clear them and then to charge them up. So like if you don't have sage, you have other methods that you can use. You can do it with white sage, with spearmint, as I was just mentioning, with Palo Santo, with sound. Sound will clear your crystals. I have my quartz bowls with me. I have a couple we'll do tonight for our meditation, but sound is powerful. That will be one of your magical, powerful tools. Science is just barely scraping the surface with how much sound is really healing for us. So I have my own long stories to tell with regard to being healed physically with just my quartz crystals, doing my meditations, doing my Reiki, and doing the crystals, having like all, I think not one thing was the perfect magical tool. All of the things for me in some way worked and brought balance to my body more so than when I was just going to the doctor and saying, okay, let's do the thing. I said, I stopped doing the thing and I got better. Because I had to honor, I know that there's a balance with Western medicine and the Eastern, all the fun things that we have now at our disposal for tools. So also what will cleanse and clear your stones, kyanite, black kyanite, and selenite. So this wand is made out of selenite. You don't need it to be fancy looking. You can just get your $3 or $5 selenite and you're good. Cleanse and clear. Place your crystals next to it or on top of a slab of selenite and they're clearing out. Black kyanite is the same too. It's very protective, very grounding, and nothing can attach to it. Nothing can attach to selenite. So they never need to be cleared themselves. The only difference between black kyanite and selenite is selenite calls in the light. It calls in pure light. So we like that extra benefit, and that's why this is the perfect tool to open your circle, cast that container. Whether it's in a fancy form with the curves and the prettiness, or it's just this, it will still have the same energetic effect. So do that. What else? We have our Libra full moon, so you'll feel the energies, whether it's, and especially more so if you have Libra strong in your chart somewhere. The other important aspect to figure out is what's your north node, because your north node is your Dharma. So if Libra is in your north node, you may be feeling some strong effects too there. So like just check out your chart if you haven't already, and that'll be an amazing way of getting to know more yourself at a deeper level. And then you take that information, you can go into other variations of what is calling you. So Libra is a personality that is naturally kind, cooperative, gracious. Libras love to be around others and solve problems and keep the peace. So I find myself doing that a lot. Trying to keep the peace in the home, keep the peace wherever I'm going. And sometimes, like me, a shy introvert that I am, and I know that's hard to believe, but I am, I will be very quiet and introspective first, and then see if there's something I can do to help bring some sort of peace, right, to the situation. Pisces, so happy birthday, Deborah. Pisces sun. So we want sun, moon, rising. Get those three things to really get to know like the most powerful things in your chart, and then there's more to it, of course. But Pisces, so your birthday just passed, I guess. So happy belated birthday to you. Good to see you online, Deborah. Librans, is that right? Libra folk tend to be charming and easy to like. These creative types love art. So I'm a graphics designer, so that helps. Taurus folk are also good in the design world, and I have Taurus as a moon. They love art, beauty, and intelligent conversation. It's the element of air. So Libra is air, and that's your mental and how we communicate, right? They also love to love and tend toward the romantic in their pursuit of beauty, balance, and benevolence. And I am a lover of romantic comedies, so who knows? Aries sun, Libra rising, Taurus moon. It's a blend, it's a merge. You make your own unique self from the frequency, the energies of all the things in your chart, right? So on the shadow side of Librans, the love of all things beauty can lead itself to be unchecked in Librans who are not, if they're not, so every sign has a positive and a negative, like a positive and a shadow side, just like we do ourselves. So Libra, if you have Libra and it's strong and it's going on with you, you have that positive side we just talked about. The shadow side is if left unchecked and you're not doing your work, it can lead to frivolity, I can't even say the word, flirtatiousness, and self-indulgence. The scales that rule this sign mean Librans are constantly weighing everything, which gives them a reputation for indecision, but that's what comes naturally to the Libra. They see all sides of a situation and strive for balance and harmony in all respects. So also, don't underestimate those Libras. They can be tough and strong when life demands it from them, which is so cool. So think about that positive side I mentioned, the shadow side, and see how it's manifesting when it comes as the full moon energy continues to magnify. So for me, as we approach the full moon, I feel more energized, full of energy. The full moon day itself, I tend to need less sleep. I'm just up longer and I need less sleep. It just is for me. And then when we get towards the new moon, I feel more depleted of energy, a little less energized. Unless our last new moon was in Aries, and it was like a full moon for me. It must be because it was in my sun sign, and where I have a lot of different things in my chart that are powerful for Aries. And when you see something in your signs, in your chart, that's a lot of it, that just means that it's stronger for you. You need to pay attention to that. So for me, Aries, stronger, right? So that's all the Libra information that I wanted to really share. But of course, if you have questions, you can post now. You can post at the end. You can post it in and if I miss anything, like during the meditation, I'm often closing my eyes and stuff. But if I miss anything that you post, I'm checking the comments after. And like I said, I'm going to be posting this in YouTube, on my YouTube channel as well. So you can always view it there, save it to your favorites if you want to remember to watch it some other time too. What else? So we bring in the element of air with the smoke from our sage. We just smudged ourselves, and I did your virtual smudge, so we have that. Sound is the element of air as well. And then we want to call in the 4 directions. They're powerful container holders. They are what we are a part of. Remember, when nature exhales, we inhale. When we exhale, nature inhales. We have that symbiotic relationship. So we work together, and we need to get out in nature more. It's really going to help us with aligning to our center right now. I feel like there was more I wanted to say with that, but it'll probably pop in while we're meditating, and then maybe I'll remember to say it after, maybe I won't. We shall see. So post your questions if you have any, and then of course I can address them later too. So we're going to start our beautiful meditation part of this ritual. Anoint yourself with the oils that you're feeling called to. I mentioned lavender, blue lotus, blue chamomile for calmingness. You can uplift your energy if that's what you're looking for with orange essential oil, spearmint, wake yourself up. The other thing with your crystals, we're embracing a Libra full moon, and what are Libras about? They're about balance, finding that balance. We want to find our center. Everyone has a different center. Like me, I'm an Aries with a lot of Aries. So I got a lot of energy compared to someone who might have a lot more maybe Taurus energy, or something that is more of like, I need to have more rest. Although I'm an introvert and I need more alone time, I still do a lot of the things. So for me, my balance might be doing more than someone else's balance. They need to do less, rest more, and that's their balance. So we're all going to have like a different kind of unique balance. What is your homeostasis? Find your balance. So what crystals will you bring in to find your balance? What do you need to balance out? What are you experiencing more of right now that you don't like? So we can shift the scale and bring it back to what you do like. So for me, I was called to bring, I always have some sort of citrine with me. So I have my citrine generator tower here, calling that energy for me and all of you. Citrine on my tribal pendant. And of course, as I mentioned, the shungite, so powerful right now. What do you need balance? What part of your chakra might need more balance? So for me, I brought in carnelian. This is said to be the caffeine stone, and I love to make sure I have that energy to do all the things that I'm called to do. When I'm called to do something and I don't feel the energy of it, I can get depressed, right? I can feel like I'm not doing the thing I'm called to do because I don't have the energy. So this is one of those stones and crystal. You can get it in, I love raw form. This happens to be a carnelian, did I say citrine? Carnelian
flame that I love, 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 but you can get it. And I have a sphere of it, and spheres will expand and send the energy out in all directions. And then the flame is like a generator. It has a point towards the top, almost like a generator, not quite, where it can call in the energy from the earth and above. So the generator point will have that energy of calling the energy from the earth and creating that loop, that like tube torus thing going on that we have in our energy field at all times. In fact, we might even do that tonight because I've been doing it every day, and so now it's coming in. So I have the carnelian, it's sacral chakra. Balancing at your sacral chakra, and I've been called to do more of creating. What are you seeding? And right now we're in springtime, right? So what are you seeding during the spring blossoming now? Even now, and especially now, we're still creating, we're still blossoming. So what are you creating? What are you thinking? What are you feeling? What do you want to do? What do you want to be? Like, get some carnelian to help you align with your creativity and your sensuality, your sexuality. It's the divine masculine stone of your sacral. I happen to also have malachite with azurite. Oh my God, it's so fucking awesome. I'm sorry, I swore. I swore again. I love this stone. So malachite is the divine feminine for your sacral chakra. It will call in that divine feminine energy and balance that out for you. But I also, it's malachite and azurite grow together. So I have this particular one where it has that blue, the sparkling blue is the azurite. Third eye, can you say? So right there, when I'm meditating, I'm just gonna have it touch my skin. I want the stones, especially in raw form, as much as I can, but I want them to touch my skin, so that they really bring me the frequency, the vibration of what I need to receive. So is it sacral chakra? For many watching, that may be the one that you're called to do, and then you'll have like these stones. And have one in each hand, and maybe one in your third eye if you can lie back, and then you create like a triangle of beautiful energy. The energy is sending and receiving back and forth. So yay, love the hearts, by the way, thank you. And so this is what I'm called to use. What are you called to use? Is it something in your power center you need? So the power center is the citrine generator I brought in. So that's going to help you with self-empowerment, bringing you energy, divine energy in your solar plexus. Maybe it's the sunstone that brings in divine leadership. And we are being called right now to step into our spiritual leadership, be the pillars of light for earth, call in the light from the divine, fill it and be that conduit, that channel for the energy, and allow it to be sent down to the earth. It will fill us up as we are doing that. So let's do that. Use the citrine to empower you, bring back your energy there, balance that energy in the solar plexus. Is it root chakra? Have that shungite, it's grounding. Have black tourmaline, is amazing and healing. That's will ground your energy. As the darker stones are beautiful for that. Red garnet as well. And then we have the heart center. Is it some heart medicine that you need? We're all opening our sacred heart, right? So especially now, we're opening the crown more and more. That's what I'm feeling. Wicked bad. From New England. Come on. Lived in Massachusetts. Now I'm in Rhode Island. I say wicked and bizarre together in one phrase usually, but laughter is good medicine now. Watch funny things, uplift your energy. But rose quartz, I like bloodstone too, because that actually cleanses in your blood and things going on in the bloodstream. So come up with what works for you there. If you need to balance, you're feeling unloved, bring that rose quartz in for unconditional love. Morganite is another good one. It's a pink stone as well. I have, do I have it over here? No, I don't. So anyway, yes. Throat chakra, if you're working on throat chakra, bring in your blue kyanite. Blue kyanite is powerful. This one I bought for myself, and then when I held it, it told me it was for my clients, my students, all of you. So you can tap into the energy of this beautiful, sparkling blue kyanite energy if you don't have it with you. If you have quartz, remember, you can hold quartz in your hand during ritual. Quartz is a magnifier, and it releases, extracts any of those lower vibrations and frequencies, raises the frequency in the room, in you, and it has the ability to act as if. Quartz is all around the world, so it touches all the stones. It can act as if any stone you would like.
for it to act. So maybe, like, I have a moldavite magician cut stone here. Moldavite, it's deep dark green. You can't really tell right now. It looks real black, but I love it. And moldavite is that meteorite that is said to have happened a long time ago, a crash, and it came down. So it is said to hold the divine energy of the cosmos. It's high vibration, and it's so beautiful. I'm called to like have lots of it along with amethyst, but it's expensive. So if you are called to, like, I want like this big chunk, but they smell it's I can't get a big chunk because that's pricey, but it's beautiful energy. So if you're called to that, it brings divine synchronicity into your life, and it helps you see that synchronistic pathway that the universe is always trying to show you. This is happening, that's happening, the music's playing, what song's playing, what message are you hearing? You're overhearing conversations that's related to something that you need to hear. So use that information, and the universe is always trying to send us messages. So that's like powerful. So maybe you don't have a stone that you want. Use a quartz and you can consecrate it and just say, I designate you, and ask that you act as if moldavite or whatever the stone is. Maybe it's kyanite, blue kyanite. Blue kyanite will balance all of your chakras. So I'm like, how do I get this in the shot? I want you to see it during meditation, actually. I'm going to grab a yoga block. See if I can get you to see it. Can you see it? There. There's your kyanite. You can see it. It will balance you out. Is there any others? Ooh, Super 7 Merkaba, yes. Just saying. Super 7, powerful stones in the sky, shaped in sacred geometry for the Merkaba. It said that we actually travel in a Merkaba. In Lemurian times, it said that we did that more often with intention, and we could. And now we're just starting to finally embody that more. And even it's said that when we cross over, we are in our Merkaba going home. So you can picture this spinning, the top and the bottom spinning around during meditation, which would be really cool. I wish I could get it to face up, but I don't have the stand. But hey, you can still tap into the energy of that if you like. We got the blue kyanite for your chakras. We got the Merkaba. So, well, so if it's throat, perhaps it's third eye, and you want to activate it, balance it out, or maybe it's too open. Decide where the balance needs to happen. Is it too open? Ground yourself, call in the guides, get a grounding stone. If you are working with opening your third eye, maybe you do tap into this azurite, this blue sparkly azurite. Edgar Cayce is said to be the person who held this azurite. Every time he would do a reading or try to channel, he found that azurite was the one stone for him that was so powerful to help with open his third eye and connect. Is it crown chakra? Like amethyst is good for psychic abilities too. Do I have just straight amethyst? No, it's in my wand. So your purple amethyst stone. Oh, there's Topanga saying hi. My doggy. Purple, it's a great detoxifier. It's great if you have addictions to alcohol, drugs. For me, it's food. Overeater over here. So it's been my magic before I knew it was my magic. So I was always called to this stone before I found out what it was all about. So amethyst will also help with your crown chakra, open you up, and quartz will also do the same. So what's your magic? Bring in your stone. Kind of went a little long with the stone description, but I wanted you to have like all the information, because Libra energy is about balancing. Where do you need to find balance, and how can you find that balance? What stone will help bring the polarity back to center for you? And then of course you can't go wrong with selenite. So if that's all you have some selenite. And if you don't have any, that's okay too. You can, with intention, tap into any of the stones and crystals energetically without having them. So I told you about moldavite. I have my singing bowls here that I will use partway through the journey tonight. I have my moldavite and my heart chakra one. So heart chakra and third eye one. This is moldavite and clear quartz, by the way, and this is clear quartz. So I told you about moldavite, and I think this has been my favorite one to play all the time. So it holds quartz and moldavite energy within it, sound frequencies, and they do go through the phone, the desktop, the laptop, whatever you're watching me on. So, yay. Okay. We rattled to clear some energy, burn some sage. So earth, air, fire, water, something that represents fire. Burn your candle, turn it on. If you haven't, light it up. When you have sage and it's in a conch shell, abalone conch shell, that brings in the element of water. Sage is earth, the actual sage itself. Burning it is fire and air. And they have all 4 elements. Bring something that represents spirit for you, and then you're good to go. So, are we ready to finally get to the climax, which is what I consider meditation to be in our ritual? It's the climax, so let's get to it. Find a comfortable place where you'll be uninterrupted for a little while, and I'm gonna turn the music to something different. I like to shift the energy when we are finally ready to go. I did a lot of talking, gave you a lot of information. Now you can just embody it and close your eyes. So find a comfortable place where you can just be alone, turn the notifications off on your phone, turn everything off, and just come to a quiet place. If you're in a warmer climate, you'll be able to watch it outside, which would be pretty freaking awesome. So do what works for you, and but stay active and calm. So if that's seated, cool. If you lay down and you know you're just gonna fall asleep, maybe you don't lay down right away. But if you're called to be like, I'm gonna take this as I fall asleep, you can do that too. You can always retake it if you want to hear what happened. But you will still receive the frequency, the benefit of this journey. So are we ready to go? Anointed with water. Water's the essential oils, right? Your stones are also the earth element, just to mention that. So, okay, let's begin. Close your eyes. Allow the energy within and around your body to slow down. Take a few deep cleansing breaths here. Breathe full, breathe deep. Release, let go. As you focus on your breath, you are bringing your awareness more fully into the present moment, where there's nothing to do, nowhere to be, just being here right now, breathing. Inhale, prana, life force energy. Exhale, all the stagnant energy, all that no longer serves you. Inhale, fill the belly, the diaphragm, the lungs. Exhale, release, let go, sending it down to the bottom of your belly. Inhale, breath rises. Exhale, breath descends back down. As you're breathing, begin to visualize a beautiful blue white light energy at your root chakra. Inhale, that light flows up the spine through all of your chakras, your Kundalini Sushumna channel. Allow it to rise up to your crown. And when you exhale, allow that light to descend back down to your root chakra, your tailbone. Inhale, that light rises, activates your Kundalini energy. Exhale, the light descends back down. Do this a few more times. Your pace, your breath. Come to a natural rhythm of breathing now. Focus on your left hand. Fill it with white light. Begin to see that white light, that divine white light energy surrounding your entire hand, 4 to 5 inches in diameter. You may feel your hand tingling, the energy, the frequency. Allow now that beautiful light to be sent around our circle. All who are here live, all who are watching in the future, as we are outside of time and space, we are all together in this now moment. Allow that light to be sent now into the right hand of the person next to you in our sacred circle, flowing up their right arm into their heart chakra, filling all of their chakras. See the light expand to the lower chakras, the upper chakras, and down and out their left hand and into the right hand of the person next to them. And on this light makes its way around the circle, through every heartbeat, every chakra. That light makes its way all the way around the world.
for our highest and best good and the highest best good of the collective. And now we call in the great guardians, angels, archangels, and gatekeepers of the horizontal force and the vertical force. We begin in here now with our sacred space invocation to the winds of the south. Great serpent, wrap your coils of light around us. Teach us to shed our past the way you shed your skin, to walk softly on the earth. Teach us the beauty way. To the winds of the west, Mother Jaguar, protect our medicine space. Teach us the way of peace, to live impeccably. Show us the way beyond death. To the winds of the north, Hummingbird, grandmothers, grandfathers, ancient ones, come and warm your hands by our fires. Whisper to us in the wind. We honor you who have come before us and you who will come after us, our children's children. To the winds of the east, great eagle condor, come to us from the place of the rising sun. Keep us under your wing. Show us the mountains we only dare to dream of. Teach us to fly wing to wing with great spirit. Mother Earth, we've gathered for the healing of all your children, the stone people, the plant people, the four-legged, the two-legged, the creepy crawlers, the finned ones, the furred, and the winged ones, all our creations. Father, Son, Grandmother Moon, to the star nations, Great Spirit, you who are known by 1,000 names, and you who are the unnameable one, thank you for bringing us together. Begin to visualize yourself in your beautiful, safe, sacred space. This may be by the ocean, in a garden, or somewhere deep in space amongst the stars. Wherever this is for you, this is your sacred space. Only those you invite are allowed to flow near. Really crystallize this in your vision. See the colors. Feel the energy, the frequency. You may even see the light codes. Here in your sacred space, a beautiful angel approaches. As they approach you, notice what they look like. What are they wearing? What color is their skin, their hair, their eyes? Do you recognize the angel? There are hundreds of thousands of angels. If you do not recognize the angel, ask them their name. They are here to guide you on your journey now, to walk with you, to fly with you. We embrace the element of air as we lift up. Your angel takes your hand. You become lighter, lighter, light as a feather. You become an angel yourself. Embracing your wings, you expand them wide as you begin to take flight. There is a beautiful portal of light nearby as you fly. Large, bright white light calling you. And as you pass through the portal of light, it is so bright it is blinding, cleansing, and purifying. Bask in the glow of this light, taking it in. you. As the sun begins to set and the stars are becoming more visible overhead, you enjoy the approaching nighttime sounds of the jungle. You may hear unique sounds not usually heard at night for you where you are located. Listen to the owls, frogs, the crickets, and the other beautiful animals of the jungle. The nighttime birds. Find peace as you walk amongst the trees, the plants, the exotic plants. Notice the blossom that occurs now in this jungle. All the different beautiful flowers, some that only blossom at night, and you may be able to take a peek at some of those blossoming now. Smell their unique scent. Soon you are coming to a beautiful clearing that is overlooking the ocean. A cliff further out, further away, as you are not quite to the edge, but you can see the ocean. The green grass under your feet is a welcome grounding force and connection to Gaia. The stars overhead sparkle. The full moon beams its essence, its energy on you. And you notice a beautiful hot spring nearby. This hot spring nearby is glowing. Its energy and its frequency can be felt even before you come closer. You can see the steam coming off of this hot spring. And it's very inviting. So first you are called to sit at the many rocks that are surrounding the hot spring. It's about 50 feet wide in diameter. And as you sit, you dangle your feet in the water and you see the beautiful crystals that line the bottom of this hot spring. And they're sparkling in their unique colors. And you are called to disrobe yourself and dive in completely naked, completely vulnerable, and yet completely safe. Under the moon, in this beautiful hot spring. And what you need begins to happen here. The water itself is cleansing and purifying. It will penetrate every cell of your being, restructuring your DNA at that cellular level. Allow the water to be felt, to be experienced, breathing in the nighttime air as you bask in this outdoor, sacred healing environment. As you sit, the glow of the water will penetrate you now in ways that activate the balances that you need now. Notice the colors that come up for you. Running the gamut of the chakras. Notice which ones are strongest for you. Red, vibrant red for balancing your root chakra energy now, found at your tailbone, where your kundalini energy rests in its dormant state and is activated. Your root chakra is where you are to remind yourself now, as it is being cleansed, that the universe is always supporting you. You are held. You are being supported. There is nothing to fear. Everything is in perfect divine order. Allow that to be released in the water and call in more groundedness, more being in this now moment where all is okay. All is right. And you are supported. Call that vibrant red energy in and balance that spinning vortex of energy in your body. It spins its vibrant energy and Then the water soon will turn to a beautiful, vibrant, orangey water as it cleanses, clears, and purifies your sacral chakra, bringing you into balance with your divine feminine and masculine energy, calling you to your creativity, your sensuality, your sexuality, all working together as you begin to create from the womb of creation your sacral chakra. Man or woman, you have this. And it is time to balance, create. Allow that water to cleanse, clear, and purify, and spin this beautiful vortex. As we begin to activate our chakras and become more awakened, we raise our frequency during these ascension times, and our chakras are becoming sphere-like in form. So you may begin to see your chakras taking a sphere-like energy and shape, or feel that essence and that frequency. If you are not clairvoyant and clair-seeing, you may be clairaudient and hear, clairsentient, feeling. However you receive, enjoy, and bask in that energy now. As the water begins to turn its vibrant color to yellow, vibrant yellow, cleansing, clearing your solar plexus at your diaphragm. This is your will energy to achieve your goals. The vibrant, watery energy of yellow and all of the crystals that are beneath the surface activate that within you, that powerful energy, bringing you more into your self-empowered self. You are empowered, you are empowerment, you are energy. Call it in now. Notice the red root chakra cleansed, cleared, balanced. The orange sacral chakra cleansed, cleared, and balanced. And your yellow solar plexus spinning, cleansed, and vibrant. And now the water begins to turn its colors to a beautiful emerald green, cleansing, clearing, and purifying your heart chakra, reminding you that you are love, you are stardust, and you are made up of stardust. Love stardust. You are deserving of giving and receiving love in balance. Allow your heart center to open as it begins to shift its shade of watery energy to sparkling pink, to cleanse and clear your thymus chakra, your high heart chakra, connecting you to the galactic heart center. Here we are reminded that we are connected to the galactic heart center. So feel that energy now, that frequency, the energy. The water comes up to your throat. And as you are receiving the healing benefits of this hot spring, you may feel the need to go all the way under the water. Notice that you can breathe underwater. So enjoy the unique creation that is occurring in your journey. And allow the blue, vibrant blue energy, even electric blue energy, to penetrate your throat chakra, your voice, your authentic truth, your divine expression, cleansing and clearing. So it's allowing you to speak your truth now more than ever, to express what you are meant to express and share in the world, your divine expression, and allow others the same, even if it differs from what you believe. Allow the divine expressions to be felt and experienced, and tap into that for yourself. The water begins to shift, change, and move to a vibrant, deep purple indigo energy, penetrating, activating, and opening your third eye, where you are able to see now with more clarity, vision, and understanding. You may even ask at this time to receive more psychic gifts, to open your psychic gifts more, and to ask with intention that they be opened in a balanced way for you. And to have proper borders and boundaries and balance in place, as well as you expand your psychic gifts, so that you are not opening up to all energies, you are opening up to energies and the frequencies of the high vibrations of light and love that you'd like to call in. To see truth and inner wisdom, and to honor your intuition, as your intuition is your message to you. It is where you receive messages from the universe, and when you honor it and listen to it, it comes more easily and more frequently for you. The water shifts and changes and goes to now a beautiful, vibrant purple energy, cleansing, clearing your crown chakra, the crown of your head. A spinning vortex of energy like an overhead ceiling fan, sphere-like eventually in form. Here we are reminded that we are connected to Source. You may say an affirmation of I am connected, and know that you can ask for more peace, more bliss, more joy with a deeper, more powerful crown chakra connection. Begin to see that zing up the spine of the Kundalini energy as you are feeling the cleansing, the clearing, and the balancing in all of your 7 main chakras. Feel that electric blue energy right up your spine as you are cleansed, cleared, and purified and balanced in your way. What is right and balanced for you? Feel the cleansing, the purification that expands into every cell of your body. Feel the tingles occurring, and especially in areas of your body that needs the healing the most. This healing will occur where you are meant and needed to receive it the most, for your highest and best good. You may see beautiful light codes in the water and being received by you now. The star beings are present as well, and most especially I see Arcturian energy, Pleiadian, some Lyran and Avian, all the emissaries of light, and the tall white beings of light with their sound healing and frequencies come, and the angels all here. We're all here, and they are all here to assist us, bringing in the light codes, the frequencies, the energies we are meant to receive for our divine soul's mission in life. So allow your soul star chakra, about 12 inches above your crown chakra, to be cleansed, cleared, and activated. Your Veda Kocha, where we can activate it even by placing our hands at our heart center. Even visualize this in your spirit self, coming up through your crown and up overhead, intending to activate Veda Kocha, your soul star. Just like the beautiful sun, it flows around your entire aura and energy, engulfing you with your soul's mission, high frequency and vibrations. Take a moment to bask in this energy, to feel the essence, the energies of the star beings, the light beings, the angels, and the essence of the spirit and spirit guides that are present here. We invite in the luminous ones, the luminaries, the ancient ones, the ancestors, the medicine men and women of the past, as well as our future luminous self from 10,000 years in the future, to be here in this ever-evolving present now moment, to work with us for our highest and best good. They may have messages for you. So who comes to sit next to you in this water, or even in the water with you? Who comes to assist you with your healing, your upliftment, and to bring you divine guided messages now? Who shows themselves most powerfully to you now? And I'll be quiet for a few moments so that you may listen, hear the messages they are sharing with you, maybe share a challenge that you'd like clarity on, and listen to their messages, their frequency of energy that they send you. It may come in the form of thoughts, visuals, symbols, words, music. It may come in stream time later tonight. It may come in future meditations and in messages in your daily life. So listen for these quiet moments. and space is of no essence here. In this magical place and time, the sun begins to rise once again. You begin to see the elements of dawn, colors in the sky. Dawn and dusk is a time of in-between where magic is most powerful. Feel that energy as you connect. Feel the energy of the sun and the moon together in the sky. You can see both as the sun begins to rise. Thank the guides who have come to share messages with you. Know that you can connect with them in the future, in dream time. You can ask them and give them permission to come to you in dream time and let them know that you are open to receive future meditations, future messages, whether it's in future meditations and dream time. And become more alert and aware of what's coming to you in the next few days for sure. Soon the sun is higher in the sky and you are called to step out of the beautiful healing waters where you are instantly dried, placing whatever clothes on that you had, enjoying the feel of the green grass under your feet. The sun is soon overhead, perfectly over the crown of your head. With your intention, begin to call in now the frequency, the energy of the sun into your crown. You may even see it beam a light, even in sphere form, into your crown, or a light beam into your crown, filling your entire body, all of your chakras flowing down through your column, your perfect pillar of light, as you are, going out your feet, deep into the earth, connecting to the 5D Earth's core, crystalline core. And then it flows out of the Earth's core and goes all the way around Earth, beginning to create a tube torus. So it comes all the way around and in and down and around, and it makes its way all the way around in its circular form, all the way around Earth. The tube torus is in our energy field as well as the Earth's energy field. So begin to see it creating that energy, that shape, with as it flows through you and through the earth. And it continues. It's flowing right now through you. And then you begin to see a beam at the center of Earth, a beam of electric blue light, sphere in form. The center of the Earth, it may come in pillar form as well as a beam of light, shining from the center of Earth into your feet, into your legs, through all of your chakras, through all of you and out your crown, and all the way up through the sun, creating another connected tube torus like energy. So it flows through you and it goes all the way around the earth. And then soon you begin to see the energy and the light beams from the sun into you, and then from the earth they begin to meet. That beam of beautiful vibrant light, blue light, meets at your heart center. The sun and the blue light begins to expand and merge, and as they merge they become a beautiful sparkling pink energy that begins to engulf your energy, surround you like an egg. Feel that energy, that frequency. You are a pillar of light, beaming energy to earth. Allow it to continue to flow through you. Even if you feel nothing, it is still occurring with your intentions. So feel it, see it, experience it, crystallize it in your vision. And soon it is time to leave this beautiful sacred place. Your angel awaits you. And they hold out their hand, and you each expand your wings, begin to become lighter and lighter. Your feet off the ground, as you fly higher, the island becomes further and further away. You can see the hot spring as it begins to diminish from sight, going further and further away. You fly over the ocean. You enjoy the benefits of the water, the mist that comes off the ocean and the air, and you enjoy the element of joy in all its form as you watch the dolphins play in the water. Even if you decide, you may dive deep into the water, see schools of fish and all the different beautiful creatures under the water. And then you soon make your way back to that portal of light that brought you here. Passing through that portal of light with your angel, you come back into your safe, sacred space. You are new. Know that transformations are ahead in the days and weeks to come. You are rejuvenated, refreshed, invigorated. All that you have felt and experienced is occurring within you, making manifest, vibrant, uplifted, more joyful, peaceful life. Transformations are occurring. And we thank the luminous ones, the luminaries, the ancient ones, and the ancestors, as well as our future luminous self, and we release you from this circle. We thank the great guardians, angels, archangels of the four cardinal directions and elements, the horizontal force, the vertical force, from above, the middle world, and from below, we release you. And we thank them, great guardians, angels, archangels, and elements in all of its form, in the horizontal force. We release you we began in the south, so we release in the east, the north, the west, the south tonight. And we release in the opposite form. As we opened clockwise, we release counterclockwise widdershins. Same with our selenite wand. Counterclockwise, we release that circle. And we don't need to hold on to this energy. All that has been released and come up, we release it down to earth. So turn your hands down to earth. Allow it to be sent down to earth. Send it to Mother Earth. Gaia, please take this energy, transform and transmute it into pure light. Send it to where it needs to go around the planet for the highest and best good of all, always. Allow the awareness to come back now. Your awareness comes back into your body where you are, into the present moment, into the room where you are in, wiggling those fingers and toes. Opening your eyes when you are ready. May you always see the sacred, hear the invisible, and know the divine. Namaste. I hope you enjoyed this ritual, this meditation. Share your experience, share it in the group, share it in this post, share any questions that come up later for you. As I mentioned, by hopefully tomorrow, I'll have this on my YouTube channel as well, so subscribe to my YouTube channel. The link to my YouTube is in this event in Facebook, and you'll find it on my website, maggiesbliss.com, so go there. Subscribe and you'll receive future meditations. I'm being called to just post more and more meditations. So, anytime, Marta. Gotta put my glasses on to read your comments. I'm so glad you enjoyed, Marta. Like I said, maggiesbliss.com also has tons of online classes ready to go for you. So if you're looking for connection for spiritual information, wisdom, knowledge, ancient wisdom to all that comes up, there's many, many, many classes that I have recorded for you, from crystal workshops to the Moon Key rites, which are so divine. Moon means love, Key is energy. The 9 Moon Key rites are very ancient, very shamanistic rites. They're ready to go for you. You can purchase them one at a time or do all 9. It's up to you, but everything's online, so just go to maggiesbliss.com, hit magical classes, and then you'll see a drop down that comes up, and most of the ones that are listed you're able to do as an online format. So some are in person only, like IET attunements are in person, and the Reiki is in person only, magnified healing. that kind of thing. But you'll see the ones that are online. My Mystic Soul course from last year, the entire course, which includes Moon and Key Rights, is available for you. And my Mystic Soul course up to now is available, and you can always sign up to do the live classes because we're still meeting live now in April, so sign up for that if you're intrigued. I have online yoga teacher training. All of it's recorded, ready to go for you. You can get certified as a yoga teacher in your downtime if you have time. But I'm hoping you have an amazing rest of your night. Watch this again whenever you need that piece. You can just fast forward to the meditation if you want to just get right down to it, whatever feels good for you. Or maybe you want to go to my YouTube and see, like, there's dozens of other meditations and a few, I think like 14 yoga flows for you, from gentle yin to vinyasa. So like do some stuff, move your body, listen to the sacred sound journeys that I have on my YouTube, do this ritual, this meditation. Rituals are so powerful. Oh, thank you, Deb. I'm glad you enjoyed. Yay! So you got to experience the third eye Moldavite quartz and the heart chakra quartz, and then some beautiful different things that you can do in your own home with crystals, essential oils, and sage, and all the good things. So I can't wait to see you again. I'm sure I'll be called to do another live thing for you soon. I did an energy update. That's on my YouTube and on this Facebook page too. So go check that out too. So have an amazing rest of your night, and I'll see you guys soon. Namaste once again. Blessed be.